Make discipline easy. Open the doors of happiness with the letter I, and what will be on the life-changing list that you will make today?
Welcome to No Bow Tie, where we conquer emptiness and frustration, discover our uniqueness, and live with relentless joy. I'm John No Bow Tie Swoboda, author and musician. Today, we're going to talk about the golden solutions to getting what you want in life. You may have heard the popular story of a little boy who was sent out to do his chores. And one of the chores was to clear the trail from the storm debris that happened the night before. He went down, and blocking the passage was a rather large log. And despite his efforts, he tried using, the leverage of branches. He got a rope. He tried pulling it. He couldn't move the log. His dad came down because he noticed that he had been gone for a while, wanted to see how the progress was. His dad came down and said, "Son, why don't you use all of your strength?" And the son turned, he red in the face. And he said, "I am, Dad. I'm trying as hard as I can." He let him continue to work, and he went over and he said, "Son, use all of your strength." And almost in tears, he said, "Can't you see I'm doing everything that I know how to move this log?" And this father said, "Son, use all of your strength. You never asked me to help." When you're looking at what you want in life, you first have to know what you want, and the resources are already in you. They're waiting for you to use them. All of the resources that you need are in you, and you're going to put them in your world, and it's going to connect and resonate. We're going to talk a lot about how to make that magic happen. The first step in strength is tools. It's in using what you've got and how to use them. The tools that I want to examine today, the first ones I call the 5 I's. Now, these 5 I's are easy to use because you already have them. The first one is interest. Whenever you're dispelled and you feel like you're not motivated toward your own life, when you look at your interests, you're going to find some of them matter more to you and some of them matter less. Put the ones that matter less aside, because the ones that matter more are the ones that start to resonate and tickle the inside of you to make you want to live a better life. Those interests are just little magical glitters waiting for you to jump on them and take the ride. When you work those interests, a magical thing will happen. You're going to have a magnetic pull towards something in it, and it's going to kind of compel you, and you won't be able to stop thinking about it, and that is intrigue. If something intrigues you, pay attention. Do not put it aside for later. Write it down. Write out things about it, because when something intrigues you, it's knocking on your door for you to step up to life and say, "Hey, this is part of what you're really about." And as that intrigue develops and gains energy, you know what's going to happen next. The next I in the 5 I's is ideas. Ideas are the magic of life. They are the power play. They are the big hitter. They are the ones that are going to take you anywhere you want in life. Everything that's been done by a human being, everything that's been created started as an idea. Do not ignore your ideas. Keep track of them. Keep a book or a pad with all of your ideas, even if later on you push them aside. Keep the ones that are most important to you, that reflect that intrigue that kept your energy and going in your mind. And when you realize how fun those ideas are, you're going to have more of them. And it's going to lead you to the 4th I in the list, and that is imagination. So vision is very important, but imagination is where it happens. Vision shows you what the possibilities are. Imagination says, "Hey, let's have an adventure." Imagination is what makes you different. Imagination is what keeps you from just doing what's always been done, keeps you from living in the past. Imagination takes what you know and puts it in the future, and it lets you have the opportunity to start to build the life that you know you deserve. If you can think it, you can put it in place a little at a time. So with interest, intrigue, ideas, and imagination, do you think you can even avoid the 5th I, inspiration? Inspiration is that energy that says, "Oh, I'm alive. It's so worth it." And if you don't get the inspiration, Work anyway. Inspiration will come and it will also fade. When inspiration fades, just accept it. Do the work anyhow. Inspiration will come and go, and by doing the work, you're going to build up to another level of inspiration, which is going to produce more ideas, and you're going to become intrigued with your own life. Now, take these 5 I's and draw a line under them and multiply it by discipline. Now, discipline is a word a lot of people don't want to explore. But fortunately, the fun thing about discipline is it's already in you. You do not have to develop discipline. You don't have to train for discipline. You don't have to envy somebody who's disciplined. You have what they have. Discipline is already in you. Just like if you have a hammer on a shelf, all you have to do to benefit from having the hammer is use it. Discipline is the same way. The next time that there's something you don't want to do and you do it, take note that you use discipline to do it. It's in you waiting to happen. Use your discipline with those 5 I's every single day, even if it's in small ways, and you're going to get an energy about your life that you will not be able to ignore. And finally, to bring all of these miracle principles together that are available to you right now, we're going to talk about thoughts and thinking. People go through life on auto thought. And while you can't help what you think, you can shape what you think. Do you take the time to examine your thoughts and have a better one? The solution for having better thoughts is to stop and think of better ways to think about the same thing. This can become the best habit that you have to shape your thinking in the moment. I was out camping in a blizzard in the forest, and I learned all the magical keys of life that I'm sharing with you, and they propel me to have a very happy life. The one that changed me the most was I made a list how to live a great life despite the circumstance. Now, despite the circumstance means if I lose money, if I lose opportunity, if I lose relationships, if somebody dies, if I should become physically impaired, despite the circumstance, what is a great way to live a great life? For example, the first one on mine was exercise and eat right. Stay involved with other people. And if you'd like to know more about my list, they're in my book called How to Be Unique Just Like Everybody Else. And it's an inspiring book, but in it, it'll give you a kind of a format of how to write that out yourself and write your own book with this. Write your life by deciding how to live despite the circumstance. So now you're on your way and you're met with obstacles of doubt and sometimes terror and demotivation. But the thing that's most important to know is that anything that you exercise will strengthen. So let's take a moment, talk about this is a big one, that if you exercise procrastination, you will get better at it. If you exercise running, you will get better at it. If you exercise weightlifting, you will get stronger. And if you exercise lying, you will get better at it. Anything that you repeat becomes strengthened. So be careful, be specific about what you're strengthening in your life that you want to show up later. This is a great way to build good habits. Habits are just the repetition of building strength. So how do you want to build your strength? Do you want to build it in the way of being late? Do you want to build it in the way of being reliable? Do you want to build it in the way of nurturing your talent, or do you want to build it in the way of ignoring your talent? You decide, because that's going to get stronger. And we go even further now down the rabbit hole because I want to talk to you about distractions. And I think distractions are holding you back. Just keep one thing in mind. The next time that you're scrolling with mindless stuff that's entertaining, you remember it's a dopamine game. They've got you. But the way that it's designed is they want to keep you shallow. Refuse to stay shallow. Be yourself. When you're flipping through there, take a moment and feel what's going on in your brain. Are you becoming what they want you to become and become envious in comparison? Are you thinking about who you really are and what you want out of life, regardless of comparison? Distraction kills. It kills the spirit. Distraction makes it so your goals don't seem worthy. Distraction is a poison. So going down the checklist, we've got to talk about procrastination, which we already visited a little bit, but I want to expand on it because I want you to stop it. Okay. And don't stop procrastination tomorrow. Do it now. Procrastination is one of the things that lures you into thinking that it's more motivating to do something later. That's what it is. It's not. Here's the way to fight procrastination. Instead of doing something when you feel like it, do it and then decide if you should have. In other words, do it and see how you feel about having done it. But just get on it. If you wait until you feel like it, you will put it off, because very rarely do we want to do the most important, challenging things right now. Do them and then see how you feel about it. You'll be proud. The cure to getting over lack of motivation, it's very simple. Get back to work. It is the monster of resistance trying to persuade you that not being yourself is the better way to live. It is the monster of resistance telling you that a life of comfort is going to bring you what you want, and it will not. A life of comfort will help you to become lethargic, you'll gain weight, you'll slow down in your thinking, and your imagination will begin to dissipate. So step up when motivation dies and just get back to work. On all of these, start small. They will transform your life. When you start small, you're setting goals that you know you can achieve. So you start the day and you look at your list, and it's all things that are achievable that do move you forward to what you want. And be sure to decide early on what you really want and make that list so it all pertains with your interests and your intrigues and your ideas, your imagination, and you're going to enjoy being inspired, and you're about to have the best experiences in your life. It transformed my life. Learn how I was stuck in a blizzard in a tent in a forest when I learned the secrets that turned my whole life around, and to this day, they work. So watch the next episode and get those secrets. Be the first one by subscribing. Be the first one to get those in a video that's going to serve you well, and it's going to change your life. I'll leave you now with a piece of music that joins in collaboration with my wife and a friend named Riley Day. But this sums up all of what brought me together in music and taking the bow tie out of formality. Live your life the way that you know you can, not the way that you know you have. Enjoy.